Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to attempt to recreate these guys. This is the first time I ever did these, so fingers crossed I can do it again. I will make sure I link the original video that I had watched of a lady who did those that gave me the idea of, hey, I want to try that. So that's what we're gonna do. Right now, this guy's only got very short time before he's up to temp. And I'm using a different brand of alcohol ink that I found on Amazon. I have no idea how to pronounce the brand name, but I made sure I cut off the top label so you guys can see it. That is, I have no idea how you pronounce that. You couldn't pay me to do it. But I'll put a link to this. Again, I found this on Amazon just by chance. So that's what we're using, that brand. We're going to be using their violet, what they call orange. I'll get in what I mean, what they call orange, and yellow. So, let's decant here. We're at temp. When I say what they call orange is because when I first got all of the bottles, you know, I'm super excited to see what they look like. So I'm using a push pin and popping them open and grabbing just a styrofoam plate and putting drops of them on there. And what I discovered was what they call orange is actually more like a red orange, if you will, and what they called orange red is actually more of just the orange. See, I put a sample on a plate for you. That's what they call orange. That's what they call red orange. So I just had to make a mental note that somehow the bottles were, to me, mislabeled. That's my only thing. Other than a purple that came with it, honestly, I didn't even keep the purple. When I did a tester on it, it almost came out more like water. No matter how much I shook it or anything, it did not give a color. It was bad. So we just ixnayed that one right away, which was bad because I was like, that's a whole bottle of ink, but what are you gonna do? So anyways, that's the story on that brand. I can't pronounce it. I won't even attempt to try to pronounce it. I would crucify it, but that's what it is. All right, so we're done with getting that out. Again, I warm my resin up ahead of time in a little bit of a water bath. I warm A and B, and then I leave it, God, I made a mess, in a container, in that container till it hits 96.3, then I get it in the mold. So we need to work on a little bit of bubbles. Grab my heat gun here. All right, bubbles. Oh, I put stuff in there. All right, bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. All right. Let's get out what I just dropped in there. I'm forever getting stuff in them. All right, see, big old fuzzy there too. Okay, bubbles. All right, fingers crossed, we look pretty good. All right, my white is in its cup, still warming up. Again, to make my white, I put in 30 grams of resin, and then I add 3 drops of the Castin Craft, which it's an opaque white pigment. Maybe another brand might work. I learned using Castin Craft from watching Julie Cuts, so that's kind of what I stuck with. And then I use the Piñata white alcohol ink. So, wipe my fingers. All right, let's get started on making these guys. So we're gonna start off with the orange, AKA orange red. Oh, but there's stuff in the mold. All right, get out of there. So I kind of space my drops out more towards the edge of the molds. Put a couple drops because it'll pull from the outside in. And when I did it the first time, my thought was, okay, and they need to be spaced out in order to... Okay, we'll run with that. They need to be spaced out to try to make those blooms. I need to get some of that out because holy moly. Note to self, don't squeeze the bottle. All right, let's take some of that out. Come out. See? Comedy hour. All right, come out. Make you a little bit smaller. Move some here. I'm just trying to make this a little bit smaller. Okay, that'll have to work. Don't squeeze the bottles. All right, so now we're gonna use the yellow. All right, instead of don't squeeze the Charmin, don't squeeze the bottles. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Come on, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, now on to the violet. See if I can do this one. Okay, 1, 2, come on. Pretty light. 1 more. 3, okay. 1, 2, no. Now I'm paranoid I'm going to squeeze it and end it flying across the mold again. Come on. I guess that'd be the other complaint. Well, I shouldn't say complaint. Critique. That it is sometimes kind of hard to get that ink out. All right. So I'm going to take and just move it around in here, kind of in the spot that it's at, but just a little bit. Not a whole lot. Just a little. Kind of that area. Work on one color at a time. Making bubbles. That's not good. All right. Go back through, do all the other. I'm trying to, and I really trying to make sure I wasn't cross-contaminating colors too much. Try to really wipe that pen off well. In order to try to keep them a little more separate. All right, let's get a new one. All right, well, maybe digging some of that out worked. We'll see. Yeah, it's about the same size as the other ones now, so, okay. Maybe it won't be too much of a mess. All right, now we'll do the purple. All right, let's move him more. And apparently I just created a tidal wave of air bubbles, so let's get rid of some of those. Okay, let's check on our cup. Ooh, think we're getting there. Let's take your temp. So that's not too bad. I think it'll still be okay. I don't think we messed it up too bad. But we'll see. So I'm also going to be adding their apple green in after we do the blooms to kind of make that leaf look. So hopefully that'll work. And we're almost at the 101.3. Okay, here we go. We're good. All right, don't drop blobs anywhere. Good gracious. All right, into the piping bag. Oh, Lord. I'm sending it flying everywhere. This is... All right. So before I even pick that up, look at that. I made a big old puddle. All right. Okay. So I'm going to pipe these little blooms the same way I always pipe the other ones. With the exception of what I did last time is I cut that hole a lot smaller than what I normally do. Oh, timer's going off. Stop. Stop. Okay. A lot smaller. Because I'm working in such a small area. If I cut it as big as I normally do, it'd just been a hot mess. So let's see if I can do this again. So literally it was just, I mean, super tiny. Can you guys see? I mean, it's tiny, tiny. All right, let's see if we can do this. All right, so super little circles. I mean, the rings literally just, they overlapped like this. Just, here we go, super tiny circles. It's almost like I did a big blob. But I tried to do circles. That one's really bad. All right, circles. See, I'm making them really tight rings, a lot smaller than what we normally do. Real tight circles. And I try to just go as far as what the color is. Oh, why is that not coming out? Come on. Come out, come out, come out. Okay. Oh boy. Why do I think I'm in for a disaster? All right. Let's make it a little bit bigger. I gotta see me squeezing it and it just comes a blob out in the middle of the coaster. Okay, now we're flowing again. Now we're flowing. All right. Around. Ooh, boy, hello. Okay. See the whole, dang it, a little too big. All right, well, we'll just, we got to work with what we got. I think I need to put a disclaimer. May cause you to laugh. All right, anybody else? Okay, that's good. We're gonna go with that. We're gonna get rid of this, out of the way. Grab our handy dandy little pen. So the best I can, I'm gonna pull these only right where they're at. So I'll go in, just a little bit, and out, out. Swirl. Don't cross-contaminate. In, out. See, they kind of just look like little blobs right now. In, out, swirl. Oh, we need an out. Let me connect that. See if I won't help it a little bit. Connect you. Hoping to kind of anchor it to the side a little bit. We'll see. In, out. Oh look, forgot one. Okay. Ooh. Put it in. Kind of anchor it to the side. All right, last one. All right, wipe the pen off real good. Now we're gonna take the green and I'm just gonna put 3 drops out to the edge again. Remembering, hopefully not to squeeze and send it flying everywhere. Before I make a mess. All right, so I'm gonna grab my pen again, and I pulled it this way to kind of try to anchor some of that, and then I just pulled it through. So this time, let's, I don't know, see what happens if we do that. Pull it different a little. Again, trying to anchor some of that green to the side, just so when it pulls, hopefully it'll kind of elongate the leaf, if you will. Okay, so that's that. We will grab the heat gun, and it was literally, I didn't use much heat on these. Okay, so that's all we're gonna do. So hopefully they'll keep pulling in, and everywhere I tried to anchor off to the side will give that more of that elongated look to it. We'll see. Everybody's starting to bloom, so we'll give it a little bit, and as they start pulling to the center more, I'll come back in, give you guys a close-up. Hopefully it works as well this time. Stay tuned, we'll find out. Okay guys, I'm probably gonna do a couple check-ins because I had looked at my watch and it was 11:31 when I got done pouring. It's now 11, almost 44, in about 2 seconds, well, right now, 11:44, and we're gonna look to see how much they've changed. So you can see, sorry for the glare, how much it's already, it pulls it into that center. And some are pulling faster than others. So we'll see. So I'm going to give it a little bit longer, and we'll do another check-in. Oh, sorry for that glare from my light. Oh, my head's in the way. But you can see how much it's starting to pull, especially on the leaves. You can really tell. So, but the blooms are looking, they're looking pretty. It might actually work again. Yay. All right, we'll check back in again. Okay guys, we're back. It's actually been a little bit over an hour since the last time we looked at them. I got busy doing some other things with coasters. But I wanted to show you again real quick. I love how the leaves are pulling in. It's a different look than last time. Super cool. The flowers are pulling into the center, really nice. Oh God, there goes that light again. Here we go. So yeah. So we'll give it a little while. We got about 3 to 4 hours, and then I'll backfill and we'll take them out in the morning and see what happens. Good morning, guys. All right, here we go. We're gonna demold them. They all look so pretty. Everything drew right into the middle like we were hoping. So let's see what happens when we get them out. When I look back on the video, I realized I didn't swirl the center of that one. We'll have to see what it looks like. Here we go. All right, come on. Come on, come on. Ooh, okay, I'm nervous. Oh, yay! Okay, they turned out really pretty. A little different from the other ones. Maybe the other ones I did a bit bigger, but nonetheless, it's still really pretty. It gave us that cool effect. Okay, we'll move on. Here we go with this one. Oh, that one has really pretty, that swirl in the middle. I like it. I like the leaves. The leaves look really cool. Different from the other ones. That's what's crazy. Same technique that I did with the first set. These turned out just a little bit different, but still look really pretty. I like it. And I wonder too if it has to do with the fact that this is a different ink I used. Maybe this ink didn't spread quite as much as the Let's Resin ink. I don't know. I guess I'll have to do another set and go back to the Let's Resin ink to see the difference in them. But it's crazy. That's the color that they call orange that I called more of a red orange. But here now it just looks plain red. So I don't know. There we go. So there's a definite difference whether or not we swirl the center compared to we don't. Kind of neat. But there you go. All right, last one. This one looks super wispy right there. We'll see what happens. Oh, very pretty. Like I said, didn't get quite as big and pull as dramatic, but again, that may be the ink. But either way, did manage to get the same effect. I think they're super pretty. I'm very happy. I'll be doing them again for sure. So I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you maybe learned something, enjoyed it. If you did, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.